it's Ginny here at My Disabled Sex Life. They say talk about you what you know and what you feel, and here we are. I'm having a period at the moment, so I thought this is what we'll touch on this week. So I specifically, Ben's had enough of this conversation already. Oh, hi friends, it's Ginny here from My Disabled Sex Life. So today we're going to be talking about lube.
Hello friends, and welcome to a day in the life of Ginny from My Disabled Sex
But
Life.
consider that having pre-packaged vegetables that can be microwaved and microwave meals is often an accessibility aid. So don't shun people for using plastic and convenient things. And that's the sort of shit I think about when I'm washing up. So I'm going to eat my tea and I'll get Harry Potter on. Be right back.
Hi friends, this fatigue today is absolutely no joke, so I'm just going to carry on with my bath. I've got my Cosmetic Warrior face mask on from Lush. This was one of the ones I got free for taking back 5 clean pots, so whoop whoop. You know she loves a bargain. I also use, not that anyone gives a holy shite, I also use solid shampoo because I told you I am trying to be an eco warrior. But it's hard when you're disabled.
Ginny here from My Disabled Sex Life. That's right, she's back, bitches.
Ginny, 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 Ginny. Here's Ginny.
G'day, folks. This is the eloquent in the room. My name's Ginny. I hail all the way from the UK. I'm fucking excited. Let's do this.
Yes, that's perfect. I thought we'll get to that, but first I wanted to just unpack the beautiful gift that is Ginny, right? And because it's Pride Week, I was like, let's first unpack that. So you are queer as fuck. In fact, you have you have
the hat to
prove it. So how do you identify?
So I identify first and foremost as bisexual, and
High five.
Bisexual loveliness, and I have done for a very, very long time. I was sort of one of the first people to come out in my village, in my school. So I experienced quite a lot of homophobia, and then went on to date pretty much most of the ladies that had been homophobic to me, because that we know that the most homophobic ones are normally the closeted queers.
Yep.
So I felt very comfortable with the bisexual label for a long, long time, and then I sort of felt, as I've sort of grown into my older, wiser, maturer woman self, that queer gets me, queer understands, and that lets me play within my gender identity. And yeah, my pronouns are she, her, but like I really like to butch it up a bit and play with my drag and express my queerness in that way. I wouldn't go so far to say, I'm exploring being non-binary, because I'm very comfortable in my gender expression, but I just like that room and that playfulness that queer gives me. And it is just like a do what you want with it label, really, isn't it?
It is.
Because I think there's so many.
It's interesting. I find it to be I feel so blessed to be alive now because the queer revolution, particularly I reckon the last 10 years, for us to talk, it's in the vernacular, for us to talk about being socialized under patriarchy and being socialized as our gender and heteronormativity and all these words that I'm just seeing everywhere and thought in my head but didn't have the language for and didn't have people to talk about it with, and trying to navigate patriarchy by having these conversations with people all the time and working out what internalized misogyny do I have left and what white fragility do I have and all this sort of stuff. I'm examining this. People my age and older particularly are a little bit harder to open up to it. They're a little bit more reluctant. but I've always been a curious person, and I've always been a journalist, and I've always sort of been really, really interested, and people who aren't particularly interested in anybody's sex life outside their own, or anyone's life outside their own, feel like I can't wrap my head around it. And I just think, just give yourself a chance.
Yeah, isn't it? And it's so funny that you should say that, because language is so important. I only really joined the sex positive community like now a year ago. And like yourself, I've always had these labels and felt comfortable expressing myself. But there are parts that I didn't have the language for, and I didn't have the expression for. And I find that a lot of the time you'll speak to somebody and they'll be like, oh, it's sort of like thinly veiled accepting homophobia. They'll sort of say, do what you want so long as you're not hurting anybody. And you think, break that down in your head and tell me what you've said by what you've said there.
Yeah.
Examine what you break down each word and understand what you're trying to say.
Yeah.
What is it that you feel, come on, get it out? And you just kind of want to coax it. And I know for myself that joining this world and being part of all this inclusive language and understanding and really educating and getting to know the center of it all, that's been the real change for me. Like, my feminism has moved on tenfold. Honestly, I can't even begin to express the fact that I didn't understand my own community as a queer person, fully, because I was only being shown people like me around the villages and places that I've grown up. I've understood my disabled community a lot more, again, because I've been exposed to so much more. I know way more now about the Black trans community and everything like that. And this is just so important. If you aren't getting out there and showing your understanding and learning.
I love how much learning more about the trans community, the trans experience, the trans spectrum, all of these things, how much it has informed my feminism. Ginny, it has told me so much. Ginny, 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 Ginny.